All right, Matt, our fifth fight on the prelims, UFC Norfolk coming at us this Saturday from Norfolk, Virginia. And Matt, this is a really fun fight because we have two different styles just going at it. You have Brendan Allen, the former LFA middleweight champ. He's coming in on a nice win streak and eked out a really wicked win in his last time out. He's taking on the UK's Tom Breese. Matt, I say that it's real clash of styles because Tom Breese, such a good striker. It's just a shame that we don't get to see him so often. His only loss in the UFC is split to Sean Strickland. And you know how dynamic of a striker Strickland is at 170. Now he's moving up to 185. And we saw it in his last win. It was a win over Judo Dan Kelly. That was almost 2 years ago. Whereas Brendan Allen's continued to be very consistent. Young guy, 24 years old. If we look over at the odds, it's going to be a bit of a surprise to some, but not many. And here's why. Tom Breese is a minus 135 favorite. Brendan Allen plus 110. Over on Tapology, that's where it gets interesting. Out of 565 votes, 61% of fans agreeing that Brendan Allen's going to win this fight. 49% predicting for him to win by sub. Matt, how do you see this fight?
So it's a really interesting one, and I'll kind of preface this by saying I picked Tom Breese if he had been active lately. He is such a good striker, and we've seen, especially in the Dan Kelly fight, he's fought grapplers before, and he usually puts them down. I know Dan Kelly's 95 years old, but still. Tom Breese, the fact that he made 170, first of all, is insane. He's 6'3", he's huge.
Timeout. This is an issue, and we could have really talked about it later on in the video, but Tom Breese has pulled out of a few different fights hours before the fight. He was supposed to take on Ian Heinisch in 2019, had to pull out of that basically the day of, and he pulled out of a fight with Oluwale Bambuase where he had like an elevated heart rate. That's what his manager Graham Boylan of Cage Warriors fame had said, but you really have to worry if this fight is to happen, but we're going to assume that it does. Continue on.
So if this fight does happen, Tom Breese kind of does everything better except one thing. That'd be jiu-jitsu. And even Tom Breese isn't some questionable grappler. It's not like he's a Curtis Millender where, on the feet, very dangerous, but the second it goes to the ground, he doesn't have much to offer. Tom Breese has been active in grappling competitions as of late. And when Brendan Allen, and I don't want to say his only hope because anyone can get caught, his big hope to win this fight is going to have to come on the ground. And to fight such a big, tall, rangy striker like Tom Breese, that's so much power that you have to walk through to try to get that takedown in the first place. I just don't see how Brendan Allen could beat Tom Breese.
That's the interesting thing, though. I mean, Allen, so it says with UFC's website here, he's going to have a reach advantage, which is kind of surprising at 6'2" and 6'3" respectively. But good to see Tom Breese at 185 taking on the former LFA champ in Brendan Allen. I'm looking forward to this fight, but Matt, you alluded to it. In 2019, Tom Breese was active in the grappling community. Wins over, Bellator's Lee Chadwick, former Cage Warriors champ. He took on Andy Clamp. Great name. Listen, if we're looking at this fight and just looking at it for the parts and parcels that we have here, I'm going to take Tom Breese, but it's not like it's the most confident pick in the world.
No, that might not even happen.
There's a clear path to victory for Brendan Allen. You saw the game plan in his last fight. He was somehow able to withstand the pressure of Kevin Holland. Yeah. He had a crazy cut on his face, and the fight was allowed to continue as that was happening. I was surprised they didn't bring the doctors in, and to that point, there was a legit chance that fight could have or should have been stopped. But I can certainly see a way for Tom Breese to win this one. Do you agree here?
As I've said 6 times throughout this video, Tom Breese is going to win this fight, I think. I think Brendan Allen has one way to win, and Tom Breese has multiple ways to win. And for that alone, I feel like Tom Breese is going to get this
one. We're both going with Tom Breese. Sorry to Brendan Allen. It's a great last name.
It is.
Sorry, we can't all be winners. We know that fact. But last weekend. Had a good weekend with UFC Auckland, but for UFC Norfolk, you're not going to want to miss the rest of our predictions. 5 minutes for our main event with Benavidez and Figueiredo. And as we always say with Fight Night Picks, Matt, let's get into it.